to say it. Hey, everybody. Jay and Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym. It's the Monday after the 2024 IFBB Pittsburgh Pro. I'm here with your brand new Pittsburgh Pro Men's Physique overall champion,
Ali Bilal.
Congratulations, Ali. How you feeling?
Thank you so much. I can't describe the feeling. It's just amazing feeling. Great feeling to winning one of the biggest shows, in the US. After Honor Classic, Pittsburgh is like the biggest show. I feel just great.
I kind of think the Pittsburgh show is better, but I might be biased.
No, to me, I've never done Arnold USA. I've done Arnold UK, but this feel like amazing. It's just like so prestigious. I came here last year, got 5th place. Coming back to this show, winning it, is for me like I've won everything. Amazing feeling. I didn't sleep 2 days, not because I was nervous, because I was happy. Yeah.
And we were just filming training, and I said one of the interesting things to me is he's coached by George Farah, and you had Mark Anthony, he's not only the first men's physique Olympia champion, he won the very first 2 Pittsburgh Pro men's physique contests. So it's kind of like almost a full circle because George trained Mark back in the day. So to have Mark give you the overall award, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all turning back. I was following Mark from before. And seeing him there, I saw him in like public when I was posing, and then I saw him coming with my trophy, and I was like, wow, this can't be true. He was coached by the same coach as George, and me too, and winning the same show and then going to Olympia. It's just like, it means good luck,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man, it feels amazing.
Okay, so Ollie, you have a very interesting story. Okay, let's give the people some background on your story and everything and how you've got to be where you are now. So
I was born and raised in Afghanistan. I was there till 13 years old. When I was 13, I left Afghanistan. So I lived in a small village in Afghanistan, and never been to school, no education, no degree. And one day I just decided to just leave that life because I couldn't just. I was just because I didn't want to live there the rest of my life. I didn't see any future for myself, and I just decided to just like change my life. Even if I didn't have in my mind that I will go to Europe or US or become a bodybuilder. I just wanted to change my life. I knew this wasn't me, and I left Afghanistan. I went to the neighbor country, Pakistan, just by foot. No money, no passport, no one with me. 13 years old, all alone. I worked there a little bit on the markets. I made a little bit of money, went to Iran, went to Turkey, all by foot. Went to Greece. That was my first European country. Lived there a year and a half, worked there, made a little bit of money. Came to Italy, lived in Italy 3 months in a park. And there was the same park where I won my first pro show in Rome. Just 5 minutes where I won the show with Tyler. I made a video about it. I was going to post it today, actually. Good that we talk about it. So I lived in a park for 3 months. I used to eat in church in the evening. They give free food. So from there, I went to France. I went to Belgium, and I decided to stay in Belgium. I got my passport after a year and a half, stayed in a refugees camp. And, I went to start going to the gym. And from there on, I found this hobby, in the gym, I felt like I was not a refugee. I was not like no one. It didn't require education. It didn't require any degree. Everyone was just the same. And there I just felt home and I felt good. And when I started training, the one who trained the hardest was the best in the gym. So it was not where you're from. And just started from there and started to compete. Became IFBB Pro, won my first pro qualifier, won my second pro show, third pro show, fourth pro show, won the Honor Classic UK, came to Olympia as a rookie first year, got top 10 Olympia, and now win the Pittsburgh Pro. And still no degree, nothing, but I have a business, everything from bodybuilding. I have my own shorts company. So bodybuilding gave me a lot. I'm so thankful for the NPC, IFBB. What I am today, I could have never become what I am today without bodybuilding.
So interestingly enough, all the years we've had the Pittsburgh Pro, this is the very first time I've ever been able to have somebody come to the gym after they won it and film it.
I'm so grateful for that. Honestly, I'm really, really grateful that I had a chance to come here, do an interview, and get some feedback, like what I have to improve for the Olympia. Like, this means a lot.
But he's doing the New York Pro in, 4 or 5 days too, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be ready for that one too. Like, if we won the Pittsburgh Pro, New York should be good too.
I mean, they're literally like 5 days apart.
Of course. I was already registered actually. Before I registered myself for Pittsburgh, the same day I registered also for New York. So I was like, my plan was to come because it's a long flight. You're here anyways. I was like, if I do good in Pittsburgh, I'm going to go to New York anyways.
Yeah. All right. So you also told me an interesting story about that contest that you won when Tyler was there. So tell that story.
Yeah, I was with my wife. She's just sitting here.
That's the best reason you got to living in Belgium, right?
Exactly. So, we were going for registration and I told her, like, look, this park, I used to sleep here in this park. Like, literally 3 months, I slept in the park. I went to work sometime in a pizza shop, just in, sometime when they needed someone, do some delivery work and go eat in the church every evening. Sometimes people will bring us food outside, and I had a blanket under a tree. Mm-hmm. I hide it in a plastic bag. In the evening, I will take the blanket and I will wear the blanket. I will sleep there. 3 months. Literally, I did that for 3 months. And the day we were going for the registration, I told my wife, I used to sleep on this bench here. And the next day, when I won the show, I came back to that park. I was like, if you work hard, if you really, really, find your hobby, what you like, and, anything can happen in your life. Anything. From being being like 16 years old, sleeping in a park, being like, you're in a big venue with thousands of people. You're the only guy who get qualification in your class to Olympia, and everyone want to take a picture with you, And they all think, a lot of people text me like, you're so lucky, you have this good abs, you're so lucky you have this, you that, but they don't know the story. They don't know where you come from and how hard you have worked for that, because this doesn't come with luck. You really need to work hard, and, the one that works the hardest gets there.
Right. And just goes to show there's no excuses.
There's no excuse. Yeah, there's no shortcuts. There's no partying, and if you have a goal, you gotta work for it, and it will come. Even if you don't get there this year, you will get there next year or the year after. But you will always come closer and closer if you work.
All right. So how did you hook up the train with George?
After, last year, it was a disaster for me because I was going to George after the Olympia when I got top 10. But then I saw suddenly George posted something on his Instagram that he was stopping to work with pros. So I was like, okay, oh shit, I cannot work with George anymore. So I found a coach in Europe, worked with someone else. And then I found out that George, was still working with pros. I was like, hey, George, didn't you stop? And he was like, no, I'm still taking some guys, and I would love to help you. And I was like, thank God, man. And I would the same day I changed to him, just 12 weeks of prep we did together. And George, he took me right away. He changed everything. My whole view of dieting is completely changed. It was a whole different way for me before. How much cardio I had to do and no carbs and this extreme way. That is all changed. I eat a lot and I was a really, really relaxed prep. So it was all George's help and his mind. So I'm so grateful that I have him as a coach.
Yeah, you're on your way. Listen, I've always said this: the Pittsburgh is the pre-Olympia Olympia. Look at the amount of Olympians that were in this contest throughout every pro division, right?
Exactly. Last year, Ryan Terry was second here, and he won the Olympia the same year. So I'm first. So I should be good, I think, if I really work hard.
Well, let's talk. Corey Morris won last year's Pittsburgh, and he just won the Arnold UK.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. I think, but just to show Pittsburgh is such a prestigious show. I would have not come so far. There was a show next week in Europe and the week after in Europe. A lot of my friends told me, just stay here, compete in Europe, just get your qualification. I was like, no. if I qualify here, I'm going to compete with the guy who's going to win Pittsburgh and New York. There's no point in me qualifying here and then going to Olympia and being like second, third call out. I want to compete with the best, see where I am, and get some feedback and come back and improve that and go to Olympia, because I don't want to go to Olympia just to go to Olympia. I want to compete. I want to be competitive. So that's my goal.
I don't think that a lot of the international countries understand that the Pittsburgh Pro, everybody that sits on that judging panel judges the Arnold USA and the Olympia.
Exactly. That's the thing for me. Like, if you win Pittsburgh Pro, you win it with Steve, with Big Steve. You win it with Tyler Manion. So that's like
for the women, they have Sandy there.
Yeah, and that's like the Olympia judging panel, And if you win in front of them and you get a feedback, if you have a chance after that, I always say, if you have a chance to get a feedback, get your feedback. And
that's the one thing in Pittsburgh. They wait for you to come down for feedback.
Exactly. And now we also have a good thing about NPC. After every show that's done, you get a feedback video from Tyler. That's like a great thing. You know where you stand, you know what you're missing, you know what you have to work on. And that makes it so much easier. Like, going to the next show, just you know what you have to improve.
Yeah, Tyler and I filmed that yesterday, and Ollie was trying to get out of me what Tyler said, and I won't tell him.
Yeah, it's
obviously it's good. He won.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I want to know what I have to improve. What I have to get better. But I hope I will know that.
Well, listen, I've always said this about any contest, but especially Pittsburgh. I never say win or lose, and this goes for the NPC portion. It's win or not, because there's the only way you lose at the Pittsburgh Pro is if you don't get the critiques from those judges.
Yeah, I know. But last year, I knew I had a lot of work to do, and I lost, and I was completely agree with that. I was like fifth. I was so happy. I went back. I was like, even if I get fourth to third place here this year, I won for myself. I didn't came here. I was like, I'm going to win this show. I was like, I'm going to do better than last year. And I'm going to ask for feedback, what I can do better for my next show. Like, my plan was to do good in Pittsburgh and then do better in New York. But I did already better in Pittsburgh, so I can only do even better in New York.
Yeah. All right. So another thing is, he kind of told me backstage, he hasn't taken a honeymoon yet.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited for that. We just got married while prepping. I didn't want to mess that up. I was like, okay.
You must really love him if you married him during prep. She's behind the camera here.
No, she wanted the good date. She wanted the 24/2/24. That's actually the marriage date. So I couldn't say no to that. I was like, okay, let's get married. I didn't even.
You shouldn't have said no anyways.
I didn't even eat the cake. I still need to eat the cake after the show. So I'm still waiting for that. After New York, we're gonna go do the honeymoon and enjoy our time.
Well, those first place checks are a nice bonus too for the honeymoon.
It makes it easier. You can eat more cakes.
Yeah. Okay, so after New York, you're shutting it down to the Olympia, correct?
Yeah, that's my goal. I don't want to, if I win Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh, I've already won. New York, hopefully too. So these are the two biggest shows for me. And after that, I just want to improve. I want to ask Tyler what I have to improve. And I have 6 months of time to just go all in. I need 1 week of honeymoon. After that, I'm going to go all in and improve and come back better version of myself.
Well, good. I mean, I'm looking forward. I mean, we're all going to be in New York too. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. And of course, we'll be seeing you at the Olympia.
I think New York is going to be even better than Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh has so much nerves. I was so nervous, being fifth last year and then coming to the show, not knowing how you look, how the prep is going to go first time with George. But now I know how we can do it, and I'm not nervous. I'm so motivated. I'm so much more relaxed going into New York Pro. So it makes it much more easier. And, the nerves and sleep, I'm much more calmer. So, and after that, going to Olympia will make it even easier, because you win 2 big shows and the motivation is sky high, I'm not saying I won already in New York, but I won.
Well, you should say it. I mean, you're an athlete. That's what you're going there to win. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So coming from these 2 big shows, going to Olympia is gonna be an energy boost for me. It's gonna help a lot going into going into Olympia. So I think I'm going to do good.
Yeah. All right. So besides your wife, Jasmine, is there anybody else, and George, is there anybody else you want to give a shout out to, a big thank you to?
I want to say thank you to the judges yesterday on Saturday who gave me who thought I was worthy of first place in this big show. I'm really, really grateful for that. And I'm really grateful for my Jasmine's family, actually, who who didn't disturb me a lot in the prep because, they had all these birthday parties and me going everywhere. They're making me diet food and stuff. I'm so grateful for that. And also, again, my wife and George. These are the only people I'm so, so grateful.
All right. So everybody, if you want to see him do...
And I want to say thank you to you for this interview and for your time. And I hope to see you before Olympia.
Well, we already have a standing, we just got to pick the date, but you're going to be back here doing your road to the Olympia.
Thank you so much. That will mean a lot.
Yes.
Thank you.
So if you want to see him win the New York Pro, get yourself the T-neck this weekend. They'll have the live stream, but it's much better in person.
We're gonna bring a next level package. It's gonna be worth seeing it, worth buying your ticket and coming to New York for it.
Well, the interesting thing is, last year the Pittsburgh Pro winners that went to New York Pro all won a New York Pro.
The second place went to New York Pro and won the New York Pro. So the first place going to New York Pro is going to win definitely New York Pro.
We had bikini and wellness and all that did too. Figure, yeah.
No, but I'm gonna come even better. That's like George said. Listen, Ali. This was the first time we prepped together. New York Pro, I promise you, I'm going to bring you even better. So I'm really, really confident. When George says something, he means it.
All right. So J.M. Manion.
Ali Bilal.
Signing out for NBCNewsOnline.com. We hope to see you at the New York Pro.
Thank you so much. See you in New York Pro.
Okay.